infinity n factorial by n to the power n to the power 1 by n. We take a is equal to limit n tending to infinity n factorial by n to the power n to the power 1 by n. We'll take log both sides. So log a is equal to limit n tending to infinity 1 by n log of n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and so on up to n minus 1 divided by n to the power n. So each term you take n common, we get limit n tending to infinity, we get 1 by n log of, we get this one as 1 minus 1 by n, next bracket will be 1 minus 2 by n and so on 1 minus n minus 1 by n. So same can be written as in summation form, limit n tending to infinity 1 by n log of 1 minus 1 by n, we separate it, plus log of 1 minus 2 by n and so on log of 1 minus n minus 1 by n. So we get, so limit n tending to infinity 1 by n summation r equal to 1 to n minus 1. This can be written as log of 1 minus r by n. So this can be converted into integral as 0 to 1 log of 1 minus x dx. Now using the standard result, we know that log a is equal to integral 0 to 1 log of 1 minus x dx. This is same as integral 0 to 1 log x dx. So integral of log x dx by parts if we do, we get x log x minus x and limits are 0 to 1. What's the concept used here? 0 to a f of x dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So using that rule, if we put 1, so log 1 will be 0. So 1 into log 1 minus 1, this will give you finally minus 1 is equal to log a. So a is equal to e to the power minus 1. E to the power minus 1, option B is correct. Whenever powers are there, we take log both sides and convert into summation form and we get 0 to 1 log 1 minus x dx. Using the concept 0 to a f of x dx is 0 to a f of a minus x dx. 0 to 1 log 1 minus x is nothing but 0 to 1 log x. Integral of log x is x log x minus x. Substituting the value, we get log a is equal to minus 1, a equal to e to the power minus 1.